Welcome to For Mannerless Women, a space that's nurturing a new generation of shame-free women who are ready to meet their best selves. My name's Adelle Nyango and I'm your host. And in this episode, we're going to help you hit those fitness and nutrition goals. And who's going to help us do that? A certified fitness and nutrition coach who is none other than Michelle Adagala. So I have to say thank you for coming back onto one of our shows at Legally
Thank you
to
for
Us.
having me.
Twice.
Yes.
You've spoken at our wellness events.
Yes.
And that was my first time meeting you. And I was like, she has to come on For Mannerless Women because your understanding of all things fitness and nutrition, I just wanted to keep sharing that.
Thanks
for coming. So first and foremost, what do you think we need to start doing as women as we age now when it comes to our fitness specifically?
Okay, fitness-wise, I believe that strength training should be a priority. And I'm not talking about you having to power lift. If powerlifting is your thing, it's okay. It's totally okay to lift heavy, strong weights, yeah? But it doesn't have to get to that point for you to reap benefits, right? You can utilize a pair of 10 kilo dumbbells really well, 6 kg dumbbells really well. When you go into the program mechanics, you can make 6 kg dumbbells feel like 16, 20, 25.
Oh, really? By what you're doing with them?
By what you're doing with them, the technique you're using. So it's called time and attention.
Time under tension.
Yes.
Okay.
You slow down your reps thoroughly. Let's say you're counting 1, 2, 3. You pause a bit, then count 1, 2, 3, right? So you don't have to join a gym for this. You can just go buy a pair of dumbbells, have them set at your home. Utilize proper program mechanics and you'll still reap the benefits from that. Strength training is really, really important because it elicits muscle growth. You need muscle as you're growing older for good standing metabolic health and also just to enhance your activities of daily living. As women also, the muscle will really come in handy as you're approaching menopause.
Okay, why is that?
It gets to regulate your hormone system. The more muscle you have also, the less prone you are to bone fractures and osteoporosis, which is something that also comes along with menopause, right? And the more muscle you have also, the better you'll be able to regulate your body fat percentage. You burn more calories at rest. Just as we're talking right now, you burn more calories, you have a higher muscle mass percentage.
Is it like a cheat code what you're giving us, right?
Listen to me, yeah? So you burn more calories at rest, the more muscle you have, right? So it gets to regulate your menopause experience better. Yeah.
This is quite interesting because a lot of us are so worried. Well, I'm more worried about fat gain.
Yes.
But a lot of us are so focused on we need to lose fat because of maybe health, but also aesthetics.
Yes.
I mean,
which is valid though.
Yeah, which is valid, but we don't often hear the muscle part
bit of it. Yes, because immediately people rush to cardio. You know, I want to lose fat, drop inches, lose weight. And immediately the first thing you do, you start running. You slash your calories, you're eating so little every day. You're walking 25,000, 30K steps per day, but you're completely neglecting the strength training part of it, the resistance training part of it, because it's the resistance training that will elicit the muscle growth that will promote long-term fat loss. We're not talking about just dropping 4 kgs this month. We want you to lose your target, to get your goal weight, right? Even if it's 5, 10, 15 kilos down, and then maintaining it. And you get to maintain that through having enough muscle in your body and switching from your calorie deficit back to maintenance calories.
You may have lost me there.
I'm sorry. sounds a bit
especially for
technical,
the
like,
people to listen. So calorie deficit.
Yes.
Now we're talking about if my goal is fat loss.
Yes.
Calorie deficit is my diet.
That is the nutrition bit of it.
Okay,
yes.
so what should that look like?
Now, when we're talking about nutrition, which is actually, I can say it's the foundation of everything. Nutrition actually takes up 90% of your results. That's where 90% of your results come from.
So you could be having a consistent workout
routine, yeah.
but if your nutrition isn't,
just
nothing is
forget
happening.
about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've had people hitting the gym 4, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days a week, but the nutrition is off. No results. It doesn't matter how hard you're grinding, you're just not going to see progress.
So they still have to work together.
They have to work together.
Okay.
So when we're talking about nutrition, we have your maintenance calories.
Okay.
Calorie deficit, which is very popular, and a calorie surplus. So for your maintenance calories, it is what maintains your current weight at the moment. The amount of food you need to eat to maintain your current weight at the moment.
Okay, got that one.
So the calorie deficit comes below the maintenance calories. You're at a deficit, meaning you're eating kidogo, just a bit less than your maintenance calories.
To promote fat loss?
To promote fat loss. However, also, that highly depends on the split between your protein, carbohydrates, and fats.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be eating at a calorie deficit, but you're not eating enough protein. And you see, protein is it's the one that builds and sustains your muscle mass. You can be at a calorie deficit, but you're just eating more carbs and fats than protein. So the ratio between the three have to be a certain manner to promote fat loss.
So how much, like, if I'm trying to lose fat,
yes,
and I want to be at a calorie deficit, what does my plate need to look like in terms of ratios?
Ratios, we want at least, let's say, okay, let me talk in terms of the calories themselves, right?
Okay.
For instance, 2,000 calories are your maintenance calories.
Okay.
To maintain your current weight and physique at the moment.
For example, right?
For example.
Yeah.
To get to a calorie deficit, we bring it down to about 1,800 calories.
Okay.
So you're below 2,000. From those 1,800 calories, we're going to take about, let's say, 45% will go to protein, 35% will go to carbs, and the rest will go to fats. Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, you can divide how your meals will look like.
Based on that
percentage, yeah. Okay. You can also take the same percentage and put it on your plate. 45% of your plate, protein. 35% carbs. The rest, fats. You need all three of them. We're not cutting off carbohydrates.
So my potatoes can still stay.
Potatoes, chapati, pilau, literally. Yes. I eat those things. Yeah. My clients eat those things, pasta. You can still incorporate those things into your nutrition and still achieve your fat loss goals.
It's your ratios.
It's the ratios. The amount is what matters the most. You can enjoy these things, by the way, just in moderation.
Yeah,
it's not going to be as much as you're typically used to, but you can still eat them and still achieve your goals.
So before we get to calorie surplus, so I'm on this fat loss journey. I am now 2,000 was like my maintenance.
Yes.
I'm now at 1,800. What should I expect to see? Like now start shedding the fat?
Yes. Now, if you're at 1,800 and your protein intake is quite high, you're hitting your protein macros for the day, then you will start seeing fat loss. Your body fat percentage is going to decrease slowly by slowly. And notice I'm saying body fat. We're focusing on your body fat.
This is something you taught me, not body weight.
Not weight, because if we're talking about weight loss, we're talking about muscle loss, a decrease in your bone density, a decrease in your body fat too, but you're losing the the yumminess, the muscle. Because it's the muscle which will sustain your long-term fat loss and also give you a nice physique after you've lowered your body fat percentage. Yes. Because now if we're talking about weight loss, you're losing your body fat, you're losing your muscle. You will appear smaller, but not necessarily shapelier, you know, in your physique because you've lost your muscle and it's a muscle that shapes you up.
This is so interesting because I used to say, before I met you, I used to say weight loss all the time.
People say it all the time,
I was like, yeah, weight loss.
Yeah, weight loss.
Yeah. Okay, so after does my fat loss plateau?
Yes.
At a point?
At some point, your body adjusts to the calorie deficit.
Okay.
That's why people say, oh, you know, I've been on a diet and then all of a sudden I'm not seeing results anymore. It's been 10 weeks, I'm not seeing progress. Why am I not seeing progress? It's because your body adapts. So that's something we call metabolic adaptation.
Okay.
Your body does not like being at a calorie deficit. It doesn't. It likes maintaining the balance at maintenance or higher. So it's going to do everything to achieve homeostasis. So your BMR, your metabolism, is going to adjust. So slowly, the 1800 calories becomes your maintenance. Calories. So you stop seeing results.
There is something else you taught me, and I know you're giggling because I was like, so you just keep going, keep lowering, because that's what I thought. Like, if now 1800 becomes
your new maintenance,
I'm like, okay, then we take it to 1600,
and that's what people do.
Why isn't that right? It sounds rational.
It's just instinctual, like, because I decreased my calories and I'm seeing results, so it means
let's keep going.
But at some point you're gonna be at 500 calories per day. You're dizzy, you're struggling, your hormone health takes a hit, you lose your period, you lose your strength, you lose muscle because now you've taken it to a very terrible place your body shouldn't be in. And then you get to experience something we call leptin resistance.
What is that?
So leptin is a hormone that signals to your body that you're full, that, okay, we've eaten and you can stop eating now. When you have leptin resistance, the communication between your brain and the hormone is disrupted.
Okay.
So you'll find that you've eaten, but you still feel hungry.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So leptin resistance really tampers with your fat loss process. It's actually something that sumo wrestlers intentionally elicit to gain weight.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're skipping your breakfast, you're eating too little calories, you're on this crazy long hours of fasting, you will experience leptin resistance. And your body will hold on to body fat.
Because it doesn't know when next.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So the opposite is happening because you're thinking that, okay, I'm not going to eat as much so that I can lose weight. But your body will elicit the opposite response and make you hold on to the body fat you have.
So what do I do if, like, I'm at 1800 or 1600 or 1700 and I want to lose just a bit more?
Just a bit more.
What do I do like as I get to the point where, okay, this should be the healthy boundary?
Yes. So I do this all the time with my clients on their custom meal plans. After some time, let's say after 10, 12, 14 weeks, your body adjusts. The calorie deficit is no longer efficient. Now we need to go on a diet break.
So it's not an endless diet.
It's not an endless diet. You will not stay at a calorie deficit forever. In fact, fat loss needs to be approached in phases. Like you'll take the first 12 weeks, this is phase 1. After phase 1 is done, you take a 2-week diet break. And in that diet break, you increase your calories.
So then your maintenance also
your maintenance increases, you almost even go to a slight calorie surplus. And the intent behind this is to regulate your metabolism, to bring it back to good standing. Yeah. Before now we lower, we get a new maintenance calories, and then we decrease the calories for the second time for you to enter your second fat loss phase. And then from there, you'll say that, okay, yeah, I'm seeing progress, I'm losing weight. And then the metabolic adaptation will happen again. You'll slow down again.
Break.
You take a break, and then we go one last time. But by the time we're there, you would have already hit your goals. Yeah.
Right. This is funny because I feel like sometimes we're on diets
endlessly. You'll find that, okay, you're on 1800 calories, and then you see, okay, the next logical thing to do is to go to 1600, 1400. You are damaging your metabolic health. And not only are you damaging your metabolic health, also you're harming your relationship with food. It starts becoming something stressful. You dread it. Your cortisol levels are at an all-time high, you know? You're not operating from a place of sustainability.
This is so interesting because like before I had an understanding of this calorie thing, like I would see, you know, the plates on social media with the little numbers. I'm like, that looks like math.
Yes. I mean, it is math.
I can't take it.
You
I can't take
literally
it.
have to calculate.
Yeah.
You literally have to calculate and weigh down to the gram, of which that can be a bit triggering for most people, especially if you've had an eating disorder before, or, you know, it's just not something appealing to most people that, okay, I have to put my food on a scale to measure, you know.
Yeah.
Every time I have to eat. I mean, yes, but also at some point, let's say after 3-4 weeks of doing that, it becomes like
it's normal.
It's normal. You eyeball it even. We call it eyeballing because you don't have to measure to know, you know, okay, here you need probably
enough,
200 calories of this. This is about 60 grams of, like it becomes second nature somehow. So you don't have to weigh continuously forever.
Before we get to calorie surplus,
Yes.
I wanted to ask about, what did we say about the sumoresis? It's
leptin resistance.
leptin resistance.
Yes.
So when you still feel hungry, is that where cravings come in? Or
yes and no. I'd say cravings come in through insulin resistance. When your body is struggling to pack away the sugar in your blood. Yes, that's basically the simplest way to explain what insulin resistance is.
okay.
When you experience now extreme rises and crashes in your blood sugar. You eat something, for example, a piece of bread or carbs, croissant, or even rice, potatoes, yeah? We love them.
Yeah.
And your body will break the carbohydrate down into glucose. And the glucose will enter your bloodstream, and then your pancreas will release insulin to help pack away the glucose into your muscle, into your liver for utilization. If the storage places are full, it's now going to be stored as body fat.
Okay.
The glucose from your carbs, yeah? When you have insulin resistance, the cells are not as receptive to receive the insulin for storage for energy utilization. So it stays in your bloodstream. And now your pancreas has to release more insulin to do the same amount of work it did before. So you are walking around with a lot of sugar in your system. Your body is struggling. What do we do? It becomes high blood sugar. You now have high blood sugar. And that's in time, if you stay in that condition for a long while, it can turn into type 2 diabetes for you. Yeah, because your body is not utilizing the energy you're putting into it. It's just stored away as body fat, or now you just have high blood sugar. So the thing is, the blood sugar rises and crashes. When it crashes from a very astronomically high place, that's when now you start getting strong cravings.
Yeah.
Because it becomes an emergency in your body, like, we need energy, we need sugar now.
So it'll crave specific things.
Specific thing to now drastically raise up the blood sugar very quickly. So you have your sodas, your chocolates, your, you know.
Is crisps on that list?
I mean, it's...
Oh, no.
ultra processed foods, so to say, because they are quicker to break down compared to like a complex carbohydrate like oatmeal or
I've never had something. I'm craving
oats. You always crave the sugary stuff that will break down quickly.
This is so interesting. Okay, so let's go to the calorie surplus.
Yeah, so calorie surplus, we have your maintenance here. Calorie deficit is below. Calorie surplus is above.
Okay.
So with the surplus, let's say you're at 2,000. A calorie surplus would be, for instance, 2,200, 2,250 calories.
Look at me, I'm like 2,500?
Even 2,500.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on what your goals are. A deficit can be about 10 to 20% below your maintenance. So even you can go to 1,500 calories, you can go to 25. It just depends on what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And we also need to maintain good standing metabolic health.
Exactly. So you're not too high?
Not too high, not too low. You just have to work with, reasonable numbers. So a calorie surplus typically used when your goal is to gain weight. Weight gain also includes muscle gain.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So now it's not fat gain.
Weight, it's inevitable.
Oh, but it's part of the weight.
It's part of the weight, yes.
All right, got you.
Because when we're gaining weight, it's inevitable. You're just going to gain some body fat alongside your muscle. And the body fat will pack on quicker than muscle. It takes a long, long, long time, years, to pack on muscle. Especially for us women, it takes years.
And years of consistency.
And the key to gaining muscle is that you have to strength train or resistance training alongside the calorie surplus. If you just eat the calorie surplus and you're not resistance training, then you're just putting on body fat.
So when you're talking about resistance training, you're talking about is it the weights that you spoke about earlier?
Lifting. You can either go to a traditional gym, lift your weights in a bodybuilder style if that's what you want. You can go to a CrossFit gym. You can take part in swimming, even walking on a beach. If you live at the coast, go walk the sand is an excellent source of resistance, right? Or you can also use your body weight at home. You utilize your body. Many people cannot do a push-up with their own body weight, but you're so quick to go to the gym trying to lift dumbbells. Master your body weight first. Do a body weight squat, body weight push-up, body weight pull-up. That's resistance or calisthenics. So
using your body as
using your body weight as resistance.
Okay, so that's surplus. And what does my plate need to look like when I'm doing?
Just the same as the calorie deficit. High protein to prioritize muscle growth. Just at slightly bigger portions.
So what would like a breakfast, knowing our cultural context, what does a good breakfast look like that prioritizes protein?
Okay.
I should maybe take us through the day. I'm just like,
a day of eating. I had this conversation on Twitter the other day because people are debating, I eat a high protein breakfast. So what does it entail? 2 eggs and a piece of bread and tea.
Honestly, I was thinking that boiled eggs, dinner.
Boiled eggs, they can be boiled or scrambled. But that is far from high protein.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because 1 egg only has about 6 grams of protein. If you're eating 2 eggs, you have 12 grams of protein for breakfast. Ideally, you want to aim for at least 30 to 40 grams of protein.
Many eggs.
Exactly. And you need to focus on the egg whites because the yolk of the egg has fats.
Oh man. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're eating, 8 eggs every day for breakfast, great, you have your protein, but you also have your fats.
So dependent on your goals, you could be working
Depending on your goals, yes. So 2 eggs is not enough for a grown adult for breakfast. For a toddler, yes. But for grown adults...
Do you know why I'm so shocked? On my egg eating day, 2 is, I feel like I'm spoiling myself. I'm like, woo!
Protein, But 2 eggs, you're far from hitting your macro goals. Because now, for instance, if we take you, for instance, your protein macros could be about 120 grams per day. 120 grams.
And you told me 1 egg is 6.
Exactly. So do the math. Do the math.
Okay, so should eggs even be there?
You can eat your eggs.
I like how you're stressing on the plural. You're like, eggs.
Eggs. You can eat your eggs.
Okay.
But then, to be honest, no one's going to be eating 10 eggs for breakfast every day. That's insane.
Yeah.
So you need to leverage on leaner protein sources. For me, personally, that is chicken breasts.
Oh, for breakfast?
Yeah.
I can get behind this.
Yes. I eat plenty of chicken breasts. Honestly, if you cut me open right now, chicken breasts will flow out. I love it. So chicken breast, you have your eggs, you have your... You can have your plant-based protein, so your lentils, your chickpeas. However, you have to be careful with those because it's partly carbohydrates as well. It's partly protein, partly carbohydrates, right? So for me, it's the chicken breast. I can say that's the best source of protein. If we're talking about lean minced beef, that can work as well. Yeah.
You had me a chicken. I'm good.
Yeah, chicken
my
breast.
Eggs, you need 6.
So you can have your eggs. Let's say, for instance, now, a plate, you can have 2 eggs. That's 12 grams of protein. One cup of chicken breast.
Okay.
You see the measuring cups for baking?
Yeah,
you can use that for reference. 1 cup of chicken breast, that's about 40 grams of protein. Already you have about 50 grams of protein in your meal. That's fantastic. That'll keep you full beyond lunchtime.
Oh my word.
The thing is, if you have your 2 eggs for protein, for breakfast as protein, by 11 a.m. you're starving.
Do you know this is what I experience? I even say I have my first breakfast, then my second
breakfast, yes.
Yeah.
So people do that all the time and you end up overeating. When you would have just hit your protein macros for breakfast, and that will keep you full till 1:32 p.m. Yeah. So at least aim for 30 grams of protein in each of your meals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done with breakfast.
Yes.
Lunch. What should that look like? Or what does it look like for you?
For lunch, I can have a high protein salad. Chicken breast still is my number one.
Let me tell you, the inner Luya in me that appreciates chicken is just like, keep talking, Michelle. Keep talking.
Okay. Cuckoo. It's in our blood. So chicken is honestly the best protein source for me. So I'm sorry if you hear me saying chicken, but it's just the best lean protein source. I can have rice with chicken breast and mushroom sauce. I can have a high protein salad. I can have sweet potatoes with chicken and veggies. I always make sure to have lots of veggies, at least a cup or a cup and a half on my plate to assist with the digestion of protein, because protein, especially animal protein, it's very heavy to pass through your system. You need plenty of fiber. So for the fiber per day, as an adult, you should aim for at least 20 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Most people are eating 3 grams, 5 grams
this is true.
Of fiber. People are not eating their vegetables. So that's very important. For dinner, I can have pasta with still chicken breast. Veggies, I can have chapati, ndengu, some chicken breast on the side, Once you break down the calories and macros, you can have literally anything.
It's how much of that.
It's just how much. Yeah, you can literally mix and match in anything you want. You can have pilau with some chapati, roasted potatoes, lentils, dates, veggies, chicken breast, a piece of goat meat. You just need to understand the quantity.
Does it matter how you make for example, let me use chicken. Does it matter how I cook it?
It does to some extent, especially when we're talking about the oil part of it. Because oil is very calorie dense. 1 gram of fats has 9 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories. Same to protein, 1 gram has 4 calories. So fats are way up there. So air frying chicken, you can really at least balance things out with that. I air fry my chicken and then I saute it, but just minimizing the fat kidogo. Especially if your goal is you fat loss. But if you're in a maintenance or a surplus, you have fun with your marinades and your,
What if is there an option for people who are vegetarians or part-time vegetarians or struggling vegetarians?
The plant-based protein now. Yes, as I said, things like your lentils, your chickpeas, your black beans, kidney beans, those are my go-to protein sources. Tofu, amazing. However, can be a bit on the higher end for most people. So you can focus on the legumes, Actually, the Kenyan diet is mostly pretty vegetarian, vegan. Vegetarian?
I mean, my love for chicken.
Someone will eat, someone
to my meat.
But most people are okay with like chapo and beans.
Like it's not
rice and beans. It's not so like meat heavy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you need to understand that in as much as the beans have protein, they're also very carb heavy.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Okay, so almost, is it similar to how like the egg, we're thinking it's only given
only protein, but
like
it has fat also. So I mean, if you are not eating meat, then okay, you should actually work even harder to get your plant-based protein. It just means that you'll be eating a lot more volume, a lot more food compared to someone who's eating meat as a protein source. And you'll probably have to supplement with a plant-based protein powder.
This is so interesting. Okay, so we threw out the eggs because I was not throw them out, but like
not throw them out. Just
it's not practical to eat.
It is
12
but
eggs.
You have to add another protein source on top of the eggs. Yeah.
Okay, so let's come to fitness.
Yes.
Right. Obviously, we see there's like a rise in like gym culture, which is good.
It's great.
But I think sometimes people struggle with like, what if gym is not for me? Does it mean then I completely can't have a fitness routine? Yeah, exactly. So, but I love when you talk, you're like, no, find what works. It should be enjoyable.
It should be enjoyable and you should find what works best for you. Just because the gym is what's most popular doesn't mean you should pay a membership and go to the gym. Fitness is so broad. Can be anything from sports practice. If you like basketball, volleyball, go for it. Tennis, padel. If you want to get into swimming, if hiking is your thing for real, go for it. If running is your thing too, go for it. Yeah. However, at the base of it all, you need a balance between resistance training for your muscle growth and cardio for your cardiovascular health. Yes. Cardio, like let's say running or hiking, it's great for your heart health. Not necessarily for like fat loss or it's mostly primarily for your heart health.
Okay.
Yes. For fat loss, now we focus on the calorie deficit here. Yeah. But yes, I do agree that you don't have to go to the gym to hit your goals. I haven't been to a gym since November 2023. I was only there to actually train my clients. But me working out, I did it 100% from home. And I've got to lose actually 18 kgs of body fat.
And I've seen home. Like on your page, like you took us on the journey with you. Yeah.
Yes, it was fantastic. All from home, using my body weight home workout programs. Not utilizing that much equipment, honestly. At home, I only have a pair of dumbbells and a kettlebell.
This is so good to know because you always think like, if I'm going to work out from home, I need all the machines and all the equipment.
No.
Okay.
I like a good set of dumbbells because it's so versatile. You can use it literally to train your entire body. That's all you'd need if you were to really utilize resistance, add more resistance to your home workout programs. But you don't need to go to a gym. You don't need to join a run club if it's not your thing. Find what interests you, even if it's the most, I don't know, just strangest thing. Stick to it. Because that's where your consistency and your discipline comes from. You have to enjoy it. Like waking up every day and literally, I want to do the workouts, you have to feel that way.
And I feel like even the more you do it, that feeling does come. You're like, wow, I didn't know my body could do
exactly.
ABCD,
because you feel like you are in alignment. Like this is something which I thoroughly enjoy and look forward to every day, So you really, fitness is so broad. You don't have to align with what's most popular just because it's what's expected of you, so to say. Find what excites you and stick to it.
Let's talk myths.
Yes.
Right? There are very many myths around fitness, around fat loss.
Yeah.
There's beliefs that if you do particular things, you can lose weight or fat in specific areas. If you eat particular things, it can help you. I can't remember what I heard about avocados. And like they help you. I think it was hippier or something else. And I kept thinking, what is the science behind? Like I'm intrigued. What do you mean? And so, are these myths true or false? Like, can you lose fat in specific areas?
Spot reduction is what we call it.
Okay.
And that is a complete myth. You cannot spot reduce your body fat.
Okay.
You cannot just target your waist. I know the waist, Kwanzaa, it's very popular amongst women. You just want to maintain a slim waist and then you're fuller at the bottom or at the top, That is just, it's impossible. Because when we're talking about your body fat percentage, when we are lowering it, you lower your full body fat percentage from your cheeks, on your face. Your face literally changes, your shoulders, everywhere. You decrease your body fat percentage from head to toe. Yeah. And how you lose it comes down to genetics.
Which is very individual.
It's very individual because genetically, even when I've lowered my body fat percentage, my thighs are still, they're still present,
Yeah.
But for someone else, the thighs could go fast, But that doesn't mean that if I don't continue, it doesn't mean that they'll stay there forever. If I continue with my fat loss, the thighs will also go away because I'm decreasing my full body fat percentage. You cannot spot reduce fat. And that is why, honestly, I have never been for waist trainers.
What?
I feel like that's the biggest scam.
I never understood it. And I feel like somebody who's trying to be on calorie surplus.
Yeah.
I don't like speaking on journeys I'm not on.
I get that.
However, I've never understood it because I'm like, is it me who didn't pay attention in like bio? But like, it feels like we're squashing and hoping it stays up. What is the lie that waist trainers put out there?
They promise you a slimmer waist through tightening the corset, basically. The longer you wear the waist trainer, the slimmer your waist will be. However, the slenderness of your waist is highly dependent on your ribs. It starts from your ribs first. Because if you have a wider angle on your rib cage over here,
then of course it's going to be wider.
Your waist will be wider. Yeah. And that's something that happens also with pregnant women. Your ribs flare up
to accommodate
the baby. So if your ribs are wider over here at that angle, there's nothing you can do to change your bone structure.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want you to even start trying.
It's impossible. So already if you have a wider angle over here, there's no way you're going to bring, like, if it's 30 inches here, there's no way you're going to go below 30 inches.
How do we have these things in the market?
It's a business. Yeah, people really capitalize on people's insecurities, which is very sad, especially in this fitness space. It is so sad.
Yeah, because I kept seeing waist trainers and I'm like, how does it work? And I've never really paid attention to that.
It can be so dangerous. I've seen people sleep with them on no. Just focus on calorie deficit, resistance training, cardio, which is low intensity, like walking, 10,000 steps a day, or 5,000 even, because 10,000 can be a bit much for some people. And just work with what your body is presenting. You cannot change your bone structure. You cannot change your genetics. So spot reduction in itself, no.
And because I love walking, and I was listening to this doctor who actually did research on walking. Like, I love walking, but his is on another level because he actually did a deep dive research. And he was talking about small things of, if you have 1 hour in the morning like me, I can walk 1 hour in the morning. That's between 5,000, 6,000 steps.
I do the same, yeah.
Yes. And then he said, if you're driving to work, park
at the
far.
farthest parking lot.
Yeah. And then if you're on the 7th floor or even the second floor, take the stairs, don't take the lift. So he was like, if you think about it, there's small ways you can inject walking
into your day.
That can help. Unfortunately, we live in like a city that is not...
It's not safe most
exactly.
places,
But these, if you think about it, you can inject it into your day. What other myths do you think you would like to highlight when it comes to fitness?
That if you lift weights, you're going to buff up exponentially, like become female Hulk.
Which I feel like is so attractive. Like, would women
I love it.
I feel like yes.
It's nice. Yeah. Not only does it aesthetically look like you physically look strong.
Yeah.
It just eases up your day, your day to day. You can put the water up in the water dispenser. You can carry your shopping bags. Just you can go up the stairs without being over. Just the health part of it. Your muscle really goes a long way, especially for women. The older you grow, the more muscle you need. If you're in your 20s and 30s and you're watching this, please begin resistance training as early as possible. Because the thing is, as you enter your 30s, 40s, 50s, your muscle mass declines and your ability to gain also declines.
It becomes harder.
Yes, it becomes harder to put on more muscle the older you grow. So the younger you are, wherever you are right now, is the best time to stack on your muscle, kabisa.
So the myth around muscle is that if I start lifting weights today
by April, you'll be like, oh, I'm busting through the seams. But no, it takes years. It takes years for you to pack on a decent amount of muscle that can be visibly seen, right? Unless now you are utilizing performance-enhancing drugs to achieve a certain physique. Yeah. Or you naturally have higher testosterone levels in your body as a female. But it doesn't happen that quickly. Not at all. Not at all.
So to someone watching this who wants to start, I feel like sometimes, for example, even just me, when it comes to like working on building muscle, I feel like I've just been in a stage of like, I know I should do it. Yeah, I've listened to this podcast. My doctor told me. But it's like, and then,
it gets to a point where you're acquiring so much knowledge, but now you need to
there's no action.
Apply it and execute it. Yeah.
So what is like the next smallest step? Someone who's like me, maybe they have different goals, but just to start, what would you tell us?
Okay, firstly, you don't have to go all in 5, 6, 7 days a week. A minimum of 115 minutes per week is what is recommended.
Wow. That's like just over 2 hours, is that?
Thereabout.
Yeah.
That's like 20 to 30 minutes every single day or 3 30-minute sessions, So start with 3 days a week. For those 3 days a week, focus on a 30-minute workout. Start with your body weight. You don't have to immediately jump to weightlifting at the gym, doing deadlifts and squats. Manage your body weight first. Do your body weight squats, body weight lunges, body weight pull-up, push-up, And within that, you have to have a program. You don't want to freestyle. I mean, YouTube is great for workouts, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a resistance training-based type of working out because your programming has to be a certain way for you to actually see progress. There needs to be something we call progressive overload.
Okay.
Yes.
Why does that sound scared. I think it's the overload part of it. I'm like, excuse me.
I mean, you can progressive overload through either increasing your weights, increasing your reps.
So progressively, like
progressively.
Okay.
Like after 2 weeks, you hike it up a bit. Could be through your weights, could be through your reps, could be through tampering with your rest times, the time and attention I talked about too. That's part of progressive overload. Start out slow, have fun with it, honestly. You will not get better until you just keep on showing up. That's the reality of it. Even the workouts that feel like, I really don't want to do this, just then it's okay. Do 10 minutes, leave the rest. You don't have to complete the 30 minutes. Just do 10 minutes. You showed up today. Because what we want to focus on is building the habit. It has to be a mindset shift that we're working on, and you work on that through actually showing up every single day to the point where like it's automatic.
Yeah.
You don't even think about it. Oh, it's 6. I'm up. I'm doing my thing. Yeah. So it has to be a mindset shift, and you change that through continually showing up, even when you really don't feel like it. Lessen the intensity of the workout. For instance, maybe you wanted to go for a run. I'm not feeling it, so I'll walk.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the gym. I'm not feeling it, so I'll do my squats at home.
But you're showing up.
You're showing up, you know? Yeah, so I'd say that's the biggest thing.
Oh my goodness. Like I've learned so much from you, Michelle, as I always do. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And being so generous with your knowledge.
Thank you.
And if you don't know, Michelle has a wealth of knowledge that you could tap into if you wanted to be your personal coach to help you out with nutrition. If you check out the caption, we've linked all the ways that you can reach her. If you connected with something, drop us a comment and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode.